Hi, I'm Kathleen Sams with Red Heart Yarns, and I'd like to talk to you about the art of sock making. So many people have said they've either tried socks and couldn't get through it, it was too hard, or they just didn't want to try it. Part of the fear is the smaller weight yarn, the fine yarn, and the fact that you're using double point needles and very difficult to work on, but it's more time consuming than difficult. So hopefully I can make this easier for you. All right, we're going to start talking about the yarns, which usually you use a sock weight yarn, which is a number 1, so it's very fine. You can also use a lace weight or a fingering. So you're looking at a size 0 there, but the size 1 sock yarn is the best. You're going to be using double point needles. Usually they come in a set of 4. And there's various sizes for this weight of yarn, for the sock yarn. I would say a 1, 2, 3, or even size 4, depending on your gauge and your stitching. Now, and these are broke down into 3 different sections when you're using the needles. Also, as you become more advanced at this, you can actually use a circular needle here, and this is one with a 16-inch cable. Works perfectly for an adult sock. Now, we're going to start talking about the sections of a sock, and I'll break this down for you. Now, when you start, you're going to have your cuff or your ribbing, which is right here at the very top. This could be anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches to the entire length of your leg. But on this one, we're going to show that we have, about 2 inches here of your ribbing. That could be knit 1, purl 1, or that could be knit 2, purl 2. And then you're going to have your leg, which is from here to this portion. And again, you can measure your calf to see exactly what size is going to fit around your leg based on your pattern, so you'll know exactly how many stitches to use. From the leg, then we go into the heel flap, which would be this section right here, and you can see on both of them. Now, this again could be a stockinette stitch, or it could be something like this where you're knit 1, slip 1, and this gives it a little thicker construction. And that's the nice thing about using the sock yarn and the small needles, is the fact that it is very tight, and it works great with wearing them in your shoes, your sandals, clogs, even with boots. A thicker weight could work with boots. All right, now we're going to go back to this again. Like I said, this is thick here for better, holds up better on your heel. And then you'll have the section where it says turning the heel. And this is where people tend to run into a little difficulty. And it's right here, you can see, this is where you're turning. And what you're going to be doing is working short rows across the stitches created for the heel. The rest of your stitches are going to be left live on another hook held to be picked up later. Then you're going to come right through here, and this is what's considered your gusset. So this is where on the pattern it will say pick up stitches along side edge of heel flap. So that would be it right there. And then you're going to also pick up the remainder of your stitches as you go on, and you'll be working on your instep or your foot, which would be this section. And you can see right here there are decreases going on until you get at the size of your foot. Now, as far as making the length of the sock, if you're not real sure based on the size listed in the patterns, you can measure your foot from the center of the heel right up to the base of where your toes are, and that would be the length that you would want to knit for your foot. And then you're going to come to the point where it says then to split the stitches up for the heel, or for the foot, or for the toe, excuse me. And right here is where you're going to see the toe, and this is, you can see here where on both sides you're going to have series of decreases on each end, both front and back. And then once you get down to the specified number of stitches required in your pattern, this is where the final step comes in, where you're going to be grafting the toe together. Now, on something like this where I've done a baby sock, you can see here we've done this just a little differently, where we don't need as much of a toe, and I've just had a few stitches here, and I've just taken the yarn, cut off a long enough piece, and just woven it through. Now, this is the basic steps on setting up your socks.